think what's exciting about San Francisco is that we come here, people move here to participate in a city that has a breath of consciousness.
The openness of this community is because the people who have lived here for many generations have developed that.
So multi-ethnic, multicultural, and that's always been why I'm here, and that's why my parents were here.
This has always been a financial center, it's always been a service center, it's always been a customer relation center.
From the beginning, San Francisco has been a city of destiny, framed in a bewitching setting of evergreen hills and fringed by the waters of the bay. This city is one of the truly spectacular sights of the world.
The Industry Standards' Mark Mowry is here once again with a word on which IPOs are expected to shine and which ones aren't.
Moved out here in 1997 when they were handing out jobs at the airport.
My impression of how things were out here was that it was just very fast. People were really moving and shaking.
I moved to San Francisco 2 years ago, and it was truly like a gold rush.
So here comes along an internet economy that says, look, if you have faith in what you're doing, you could become very rich very quickly.
A company called ideadollar.com.
We have the URL, law.com.
Cosmo.com.
Technology, just can't keep up with it. It's so great. Very, very impressed with that.
It felt like, oh my gosh, somehow the world just shook all these super freaky, weird, cool people all into one spot, and I'm working with them.
See the movies at turtlerock.com.
But this company is all about creating Java software that not only gets customers to e-commerce sites, but keeps them there.
This is Mecca for the tech industry.
So this city has undergone a lot of changes.
We're here for a reason, and that's because this infrastructure does not exist anywhere else in the world.
They had these awesome jobs and were living in San Francisco and living it up, and they could buy great shoes all the time, and that they could come right out of college at age 21 or 22 and land a job making $60,000 a year just right away. Yeah, it's great. This is the new economy.
I've had 3 friends become overnight millionaires, and by overnight, literally overnight.
What your stock is worth today is going to be a fraction of what it's going to be worth in 10 years. Lots of these people, this is their retirement plan.
Come on board. We can only pay you a minimal salary, but you've got all this wonderful stock that's going to make you a multi-millionaire.
I hear that all the time. There's this economic boom, and people are just making so much money. And I have family here and friends here, and we're all like, who?
Well, that's my part-time. Yeah. Oh, my full-time job is a postman, mailman, But I still cannot afford to live in San Francisco.
It's like a hurricane, and by the time it hit you and you try to regroup and get it together, it's over. We're washed out. We just found ourselves like adrift, and okay, where do we go?
rents doubled, in many cases tripled. And lower income people, people who didn't have very well paying jobs couldn't afford it. And that caused resentment. There was this feeling that everything that was going wrong in the city, the high rents, basically the high rents was the main one, was a result of these .comers.
What's happening in the Mission right now is that we're seeing literally an invasion of some wealthier elements, including the .coms, including other corporate offices.
But the situation with our building was one where it was vacant for 5 or 6 years. This neighborhood was full of coke-whores and heroin addicts, and they were right on the front steps here. They were breaking the windows, and we've come in, and I think we've been pretty responsible community members.
And people might think, well, what's so bad with that? What's so wrong with that? And my answer to that is, well, what's been happening is by having the wealthier folks moving into the neighborhood, that we've been seeing the displacement of working class families and small mom and pop stores, and the people that have been here for many years are now being forced out.
My name is Rusty Brown, and I have only one thing to say. If nothing else is accomplished, please see about some decent, affordable housing in this city for people like myself on a very small, restricted income. It's getting almost impossible to live here. And if my landlord is right and he does evict me, I don't know where I'll go.
Thank everybody for coming out today, defending the memory of Lola McKay, and closing down the open house.
So Alvarado Street, where Lola McKay lived, is right up here on the left. She lived at 55 Alvarado. Lived there quite a long time. Well, Lola was 83 years old. Like I said, she grew up in San Francisco. She was married and divorced. She had no family left whatsoever. What she enjoyed doing most was staying at home and reading and doing some cooking. She didn't go out much. She went out to a restaurant once a week, went out to the hairdresser once a week, went around the corner to pick up her groceries. She grew up in the Mission. She lifetime San Franciscan. She had been here for so long. Had many stories about what the old Mission was like, and this was truly her home.
The real estate company that evicted Lola McKay was looking to sell her house for over $500,000, and today we were able to stop the open house, which would have led to that sale.
Well, I think it's an outrage, and it's a crime that landlords could evict seniors and handicapped people who have no place to go. Many of them have to move out of the city, others become homeless.
This is not Lola's apartment, but very similar. In fact, it's a mirror image of hers. Hers is simply on the other side of the stairs. The best